Welcome, blessed soul angels, family, Ohana. Today we are looking at the spring forecast of 2023 for our Southern Hemisphere family. I almost said and fall for our Southern Hemisphere family. Yes, 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 yes. I was just in this really beautiful meditation with the spirits. The spirit animal guides are here. The fairies just came in. We've got so many enlightened beings here right now. We have angels, archangels, just beautiful, awesome energies. Behind each of these thunderbolts lies an animal, or not, because we also have medicine shields in this deck. So, without further ado, because I do feel like this is meant to be spoken about right now to get your brain going, we have reading 1, reading 2, reading 3, reading 4, reading 5, and reading 6. So, spirit animal, medicine shield. This is the Native American, this is the spirit animal medicine deck, but it's derived from the Native American spirit medicine. And before you are real flowers that bloomed on our new property where we're living. And I asked them if it was okay for me to bring in a few pieces. So, with love and light and ceremony and grace and gratitude, they let me cut off these little sprigs, which I'm actually going to make sure that they bloom, because this one hasn't even opened yet. There's a few back there that haven't opened yet either. So whichever one your eye is drawn to, it may be more than one. This spring forecast, the animals wanted me to say this before we get into their readings, is that not only do they want you to close your eyes and pick with your third eye, like close your eyes right now, if you can, close your eyes. And I want you to look at a blank blackboard. Envision a blank blackboard and your third eye, your mind's eye. Now I want you to take in a few breaths until it feels good. Whatever works for you. And then if you haven't seen a number already, ask Spirit to show you a number. I see so many. So you really need to get focused in your own energy. We're all really powerful here, and wherever two or more gather, right? So yeah, you see what I'm saying? So I'm going to actually open my eyes, because I had my eyes closed with you, but I saw this number, then that number, and then I saw like all of these numbers, and so exciting. And I'm excited for you. So connect with that. The animal is just there to guide you, to show you the way for this next season, this next cycle, spring or fall, wherever you live on the planet. It's just the next cycle. They go in 3-month cycles, 4 seasons. And there's a beginning, a middle, and an end, right? So we're at the beginning of spring. We're at the beginning of fall. So give yourself some time to really sink into that energy. That's why it's no accident that we have 2 new moon in Aries in this spring season. It doesn't happen all the time, but if you have been paying attention to the planets and the stars and what's happening astrologically, you will see that there's some major shifts happening on the planet. Beautiful portals, magic, angels, so much beauty, so much excitement. Lots of things. Also, before I even go any further, out of nowhere, my teeth hurt. So I feel like if there's somebody who's having issues with your teeth, or maybe you're getting lazy about brushing, but your teeth are sensitive, so you got to make sure that you brush them. Also, don't brush your teeth too hard, and make sure that whatever toothpaste you're using is natural. You can even make your own toothpaste. There are so many things on the internet and YouTube at YouTube University, to teach you how to make things. Maybe this is in the springtime. For some of us that live in the colder climates, like today's a dream. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And it feels like spring today. But, I also know that it could just as easily turn around and feel like winter tomorrow. So while you're still in the transition phase, Spirit just wants you to take it easy and take a breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Don't hold that air in. I tend to do it too sometimes. I forget to let my avatar just breathe. And go outside and breathe fresh air. Maybe it's time to do some spring cleaning, Take everything out, wash it, clean it, shake it out. If you don't have a line where you can put your clothes outside, then create a clothesline outside. If you live on a balcony, see if there's a creative way you can do that, where you can let your linens, your everything, even your curtains, sometimes you want to wash things, sometimes they just need a breath of fresh air. So that's what I feel like this reading is. This spring forecast is about new beginnings and a breath of fresh air. So allow the fresh air to run through you, work through you, flow through you. Also, they're reminding us that that lightning is beautiful and magical, and it does a lot of cool things. But if it touches the ground, it can blow shit up. So remember that we're in Aries season twice, technically, right? Because we're in 2 Aries moons. So even though the second moon, the dark moon, the next day is Taurus season, it doesn't matter. It's still an Aries moon because it started in Aries season. But it's going to be a little lighter, right? So the first one's like a thunderbolt. This first new moon, we're now in real time. Whenever you watch this is timeless, but in real time, we are still in the waxing crescent. We haven't quite reached the first quarter moon yet. Today is Moon Day, my favorite day. Moon Day is when I was born, a Monday, Moon Day magic. So I really felt like this reading wanted to come together today. The spirit animals and I are really aligning lately. They've been speaking to me in so many different languages. It's been really wonderful, and they want to speak to you too. And they want to work with you. So let them guide you, walk next to you, hold your hand, fly with you, whatever, what the cool thing is? If you watched the waxing crescent reading, you know what's behind these cards. However, just like I said, spirit, they had me shuffle. I closed my eyes, I shuffled. I don't even know what's behind each one, which I always love too, because it's fun for me. I love it. Because I also have numbers and, things that I'm drawn to, animals that I'm drawn to. And there was one in particular that I was drawn to. So now I'm really curious to see which one it is. And see, I like to test my own intuition too. And not because I'm wrong or anything like that. It's more like this time of year, I have to really stay grounded and connected, especially Aries season, because I'm a triple fire. So Aries is a fire energy. Fires are amazing, right? They get shit done. They fucking take action. We need that fire energy, that fire medicine. So we are grateful for it. That's why I'm grateful that we get the first new moon, or I keep wanting to say that, the first moon, in the series is the true Aries. You know what I mean? Because it's like we had all of these endings with the seasons and Pisces to Aries and all that, but then it was like bam, the next day it was a new moon in Aries. So it's like right in it. So it's almost the entire month, or it is the entire month in this entire moon cycle is Aries. But then the next moon cycle is a new moon in Aries as well, but it's going into Taurus. It's going to soften up. It's going to come back to earth, right? Because think of it this way. When there's a tornado happening and the lightning strikes something and sets it on fire, have you ever seen fire and air come together like in a tornado? So, spring is this season, it's in the east. And east is healing, but it's also air. And we came off of water of Pisces, and then we're going to ground into that Taurus energy in the next moon cycle. So over the next 3 months, let these animals guide you, talk to you. I felt like they wanted me to bring the light down just a little bit, help you with your shadow and the darkness, to help you bring back to self what you need, what you've lost along the way, what you've allowed. I'm hearing parental figures, family, friends, work, things that have robbed you and stolen from you, taken away from you, like your true identity. Now, listen, it's time to take your power back. No more playing victim, right? It's time for you to come back to the light. Be alive. Be alive, right? I cut this today, but if I put this in water, it's still going to live. It'll bloom a little while, right? It may even bloom a while just sitting here. But if I wrap it in a nice cloth with water so it stays nice, right, it'll bloom. And I feel like right now there are so many examples. Look at this one. It's not quite there yet, right? Almost. Part of it is. Look at that. Part of it is. Look at how beautiful that is. And can someone tell me, do you know what this is? I live in the Pacific Northwest on the north side of the Olympic Peninsula, and I don't know what this is. And this could be common everywhere for all I know. All over the country, all over the world. I don't know, but it's so pretty. And then this one over here, I was really loving this one because this one's got these little soft ones. Do you see these cute little soft ones there? And that's really opening up. Do you see that? So when we get to the full bloom end of spring going into summer, everyone, all of us are going to feel so much better, my loves. I promise you. Everyone's going to feel better. Everything's going to be great. But we may need a little help along the way. That's why they have me drag in a lot of, bedazzles like I do. Maybe for each reading they may have me do that, but I don't know. I'm feeling like it's just a very straight message from the spirit animals. Also, they wanted me to tell you that I'm not bringing in any other cards. Okay, so it's just going to be per just one. It's really a pick a card, but they're just 6 individual readings. And if you're new here, look in the description box. I actually use links. I don't have fancy software, and my phone is older, so it's easier for me and my phone until I get a new one. It is easier for me and for you and for all of us to access these faster if I put them individualized on links. Also, I set them to private. And I do that also because I feel like right now that's what Spirit wants me to do. I was thinking today, if I took this channel is the magical medium, but originally it was Lula's Labyrinth, and I've had it for years. But I put away the things that no longer, whatever. And I thought, if I made everything public, and all of the likes and all of that stuff, I bet it would change everything. And I said, Spirit, should I do that? They're like, no, because you will come to it with grace and gratitude and naturally. And it's the same for you. You will come into your alignment with Spirit with grace and gratitude. And when you do that, everything else falls into place. And now I'm watching this channel grow organically. I'm watching our tribe grow organically because those readings and that channel and those things are in the past. This is new. They're still there. They may have me go through and delete them at some point, but I did delete some, and some they just had me put, so they're private. No one can get to them unless I gave them a link. So I just think it's really powerful, all of these things that Spirit has been putting in our way recently, trying to inspire us to change, to show us that we've outgrown our past, that we've outgrown, that it's time to shed our skin. The snake just came in. Ironically, the snake's not in any of these readings, but the snake just came in and said, "Ooh, thank you, snake. Ooh, I just got this really beautiful energy from the snake, this beautiful, I wish I could hear, I wish you could hear the way he's saying it, and he's just beautiful." It's interesting because it's a very strong masculine energy, and but it's the snake spirit that's reminding us that it's time to align more with the divine feminine energy, right? So shed the skin of the past, of the dark masculine energy, the patriarchal energy. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Snake. Interestingly enough, I don't follow religion or anything anymore, but I grew up with a lot of it. And Spirit just showed me this really cool analogy, and they said, look at it like this. I'm like, okay. And they said, if it's true, right, like that Adam and Eve were in this garden, and the snake came in and blah, 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 blah. But do you ever notice they never said the snake was a woman? When I was growing up, I always took it to be a masculine energy. And tell me if I'm wrong, because it's been a minute since I've read the Bible. I think I've blocked a lot of it out. I kept the good parts, and the other parts I was just like, yeah, I don't know what to do with you, so bye bye. But anyway, I feel like it was a masculine energy in the story. So isn't it interesting that it was the masculine energy that enticed the woman with food, something beautiful, a precious apple? That apples actually in folklore and in earth magic, from what we started, are magic. It's the fruit of the gods. The pomegranate and the apple. Apples, I mean, they're so beautiful and they're so good for you. And if you cut through the middle of the apple, like cut through the center of the core, you will see a star on the inside. And that's the star of spirit, the star of David, whatever you believe, but it's like it's the star of spirit. It's about connecting us with the earth and the stars. So to even like take something so beautiful and bastardize it against woman, against divine feminine energy. And I may be wrong, but I don't have my book in front of me, but I'm almost positive that the apple is also in the feminine energies of fruit. So interesting, because apples come in the fall. So that could even be for our fall family that are celebrating going into, or no, you're in fall now. But anyway, lots to think about, right? Like there's lots to think about. So during the spring forecast, I feel like, you've got 3 months to kind of like figure out, the first month is like we're decompressing from, the season before. The one in the middle is when we're really like in it, right? Where you're like, everything's feeling good. You're like, I love spring. I love fall. Oh, yeah, yeah. Also, Spirit said to remember to love it for what it is and not what it isn't. Because by that third month, you're so excited to go into summer, or fall, you're so excited to go into winter, right? Like it's been busy, you're ready to just kind of like go inward. It's just different in its energy. So align with the energy of the earth and everything will fall into place. But these old outdated thinking, these books, these religious texts, it's like, some of them are there for guidance, yes, obviously, right? Loving words. But anything that's like demonizes one or the other, male, female, whatever. We are both balanced of divine masculine and feminine. So I want you to think a lot about that, because this is new beginnings. All right, you guys, those are messages for the tribe, and in front of you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Which animal or medicine shield is speaking to you? And if you didn't watch the waxing crescent reading, you may really enjoy it. It was really awesome. Actually, the last 2 readings have been really profound. Ever since we've changed into the new astrological year, man, it's been amazing. This whole, like, since the new moon in Aries reading and the waxing crescent reading. Also, you guys, thank you for your support over on Lula's Life. I can feel you. I can feel you. That tribe is growing too. Very exciting. This tribe is growing. And thank you again. We are, as of today, 520 subscribers. It's very exciting. I made another video and it keeps going. And I'm like, I don't care. So it's just really exciting. I mean, I made another video to be like, yay, how exciting, but I just feel like we're really aligning with our path right now. So these spirit animals, I'm so excited to see what they have to say, because I really believe that if we walk in their divine guidance and walk with their nobility, their grace, their lessons, everything will seriously fall into place. So, all right, I'm excited. I'll see you over at your reading. Until next time, take good care of yourselves and each other. And all of my information is in the About section. I'll see you then. Blessed be.